Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today as you get video number 1 out of 2. It's a double upload day because there's quite a lot going on, so we're going to break it down into 2 rather than 1, and later on tonight we will be seeing what's happening between now and later on, and I'll give you my thoughts on part 2. So make sure you are there for that. In order to be there for all the content as it's dropping, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Do not forget, Premier League returns this weekend. Oh, finally. No more international football till March. Till March. So we're going to have fun. Now, because we're going to get back to the previews, we're going to the watch along Newcastle versus Chelsea. Make sure you're there for that. And yeah, the review after that game is done too, as well as all the other content elsewhere that is happening. On top of that, shootout, link in the description. Preview time will be coming, I think, tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled, or Friday, but one of them. Make sure you're there. Now, let's get cracking, because we're going to start off with what has happened so far, and quite a bit, both at Chelsea and away from Chelsea. So let's start off at home. Let's start off at Chelsea before we move away, right? Got to keep up the football terminology. This is a football channel. Then let's start with this guy. It's been a while. This guy. How's he doing? Let's get into it. Chelsea have a gentleman's agreement with Romelu Lukaku's agent that the striker can leave Stamford Bridge in the summer for £35 million. Now, you see, a gentleman's agreement with the player's agent, actual agent, not unlicensed agent, Tottenham, yeah? I went over that on part 2 of yesterday's videos that were dropped, so make sure you check it out over there if you want to hear my thoughts on Tottenham looking like they might get a point deduction. Because back in 2008, right, before some of you were probably even born, Tottenham were doing deals with unlicensed agents and the FA just swept it under the carpet. Anyway, go and check that out if you want more context. But Chelsea have Chelsea have a gentleman's agreement with Romelu Lukaku's agent for a deal this summer. Now, Romelu Lukaku is actually doing all right. And I'm glad that he's doing all right. I want him to do all right so he can leave. You know, and it's looking like it's heading in that direction. However, there is one caveat, and I hope it's not a factor. I've said on this channel for the last, I think, couple of weeks when it's had to be mentioned, including yesterday, that Jose Mourinho, I think, is going to be leaving Roma at the end of the season. Well, he was asked, and he's had a few things to say. So, here it is. Jose Mourinho, when asked on his deal at AS Roma expiring on June 24th, he says, "I still don't know if I'm going to stay at the club. I didn't speak to the owners about that, so I can't answer about my future." He told TG1, Italian channel. Obviously. This means he's going, right? Look, if the owners haven't offered him a new contract by now, they're not going to give him one. Simple. So he'll be leaving. And I hope that's not a factor for Lukaku to then think, okay, Jose's leaving. I don't want to stay here now because part of the reason why I've come here was for Jose. I hope that's not the case, right? I hope Jose can give him a little whisper in his ear and say, for you, it's best to stay here. Even if I'm not here, it's best for you to stay here. Don't go back. Don't go back. And if you are doing that, Jose, we will forever be thankful. You know, because, yeah, we respectfully, I think it's best for everyone if Lukaku stays doing what he's doing elsewhere and we do what we're doing away from him, and yeah, we'll do that instead. So let's see what's going to happen. Personally, I think there's a good chance that Roma do execute a permanent deal with Romelu Lukaku. However, like I've said, I hope Jose leaving is not a factor to change his mind. Fingers crossed. So that's the latest on Lukaku and Roma. Now we move to Trevor Chala. It looks like there has been a setback. And yeah, this isn't good because in terms of January, we know that he's going to be, well, he's meant to be leaving Chelsea, but we've got clubs dropping like flies now in terms of their interest in Trevor Chala. And here's why. Trevor Chala has suffered another setback and is expected to be out until early January, meaning he will have spent almost 6 months on the sidelines. Tottenham have cooled their interest in him due to injury concerns. I mean, look, respectfully, I wouldn't have thought we'd sell to Tottenham in the first place. Respectfully, no. You know, anyone else, not a problem. Tottenham, no, I'm sorry. And you know what? Chala will probably go to Tottenham and play well. So that is off the table. But we heard Bayern Munich's interest, Borussia Dortmund's interest. 6 months on the sidelines is a long time. And for a central defender, where you're going to be getting into some physical challenges, it's not looking good. I genuinely don't know where he's going to end up. So we'll wait and see how that story is going to unfold. However, there is also transfer speculation developing elsewhere. And for defenders that we do currently have alongside Trevor Chala, who is it and who's after them? Let's get into it. AC Milan are preparing for a meeting with Chelsea in London. The Rossoneri are interested in Blues duo Benoit Badiashile and Malanga. Okay, I'm going to respectfully correct this sentence right away, right? The Rossoneri are interested in Blues defender Malanga. That sounds better, right? Badiashile, no. Unless you're giving us 60 million, no. And even then, I'd be like, I like Badiashile. And in terms of Levi Colwell, I think he's the legit person to step into the left centre-back role that can rotate with Levi Colwell. I don't want to let go of Badiashile. I think he's been good. So you cough up big money for us, or this is not even a debate. It's not even a question. Right? Badiashile, we're not talking about this guy. Malanga, you're more than welcome to come and talk about Malanga, AC Milan. Please, what would you like for lunch, dinner, dessert? What, name it, we'll get it for you. Let's talk Malanga. You know, so like I've said, I do not want Chelsea to even entertain letting go of Badiashile. Unless if the money is stupendous, as the wonderful Chris Eubank used to say, then okay, I will be tempted for a discussion. But apart from that, no. Malanga, absolutely, because respectfully, he can't just stick around at Chelsea the way he's sticking around and just do nothing. We're still paying him. You know, he's still on the bill. We got to get rid of Malanga respectfully. So, AC Milan, more than welcome to come and talk about Malanga. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now, the new stadium. What is going to happen right now? We've got so much uncertainty in terms of this new stadium because there are people that want Earls Court. There are people that think we can rebuild at Stamford Bridge. But then there's people that think if we rebuild at Stamford Bridge, we're not going to get the capacity. But if we go to Earls Court, we're going to get the capacity. But going to Earls Court is a problem because there's a current development going over there, which means we need to try and completely stop that development, even though that's out of our hands. But we can build at the bridge. But again, we're not sure about the capacity and the constraints of the space. It's such a situation. I wish we could just have one space where there's no holds barred, there's no interference, there's no, no one holding it down. It's free, it's available, we go there, we build, and that's it. But that's not the case. And I wish the plot of land at Stamford Bridge was a bit larger, because then we wouldn't be having a problem. So let's get into what is happening with Earls Court. What's the latest? Well, we got the Hammersmith and Fulham district of London, the borough, looking like they've put their 2 cents into the equation. So let's get into it. Hammersmith and Fulham Council has already indicated to the club that it is opposed to the construction of a stadium in the Earls Court location. And if you look on the map, right, this is accurate. Stamford Bridge, right here. Earls Court, up the road, literally up the road, right? You come out Fulham Road. This is Fulham Road, if you can see that right there. That's Fulham Road. You come out and you turn left, you go up, you're at Earls Court. It's not far. It's literally a 10-minute walk away. But you have to understand, and this is where, look, personally, I've come to terms at first, my initial inkling was, no, I want to stay at Stamford Bridge. It's Stamford Bridge. It's home. It's home. If we want to build a monster stadium, though, I eventually came to the opinion of, look, if we go to Earls Court, we go to Earls Court. It's right around the corner. Screw it. If it means that we can get ourselves a top stadium, a top-tier stadium, then so be it. But we have to understand, for the people that want Earls Court, There is a current other development going on that land, right? That is about to get through the entire process of approval for construction to begin. Now, we need to try and find a way to stop that development from going ahead. It's out of our hands. It's completely out of our hands, unless if we went to that development and just nailed down, I don't know how much money to convince them to take their entire plan and put it somewhere else. But that's not just down to them. You've got the council that's involved. You've got all sorts of legal, logistical, financial complications that are going to come into this that I know a lot of people have not thought about. And to be honest, things that I'm not even aware of that I'm sure will be a problem. So as much as I wouldn't mind going 12 court, it's just super unlikely. If there wasn't a development going on over there at the moment and the land's available, well, the coast is clear. But that's not the case. So wishful thinking. If we're going to build a new stadium, we have to look in-house first. We have to look at Stamford Bridge and see what we can do there. So we'll see what happens. But Earls Court, I don't think is going to happen. It would be the best option, I feel, but it's not going to happen. There's just too much in the way. And that Chelsea do not have control of. So we'll see what happens. Now, let's move our attentions elsewhere and have a giggle and a laugh and also a little bit of a conversation about what the hell is happening. Let's start off in Germany. Thank goodness Chelsea didn't get Julian Nagelsmann. You want to know why? Because for the second game in a row, this has happened. Check this out. Kai Havertz starts at left back again for Germany as Julian Nagelsmann wants him in that position for present, future and the Euros. This guy's lost his mind. Can you imagine if we actually got Nagelsmann and he stuck Havertz at left back? There would be riots kicking off, respectfully. We were talking about playing players out of their position, although, look, I think the one reason why this is happening is because no one knows Kai Havertz's position. Not even Nagelsmann. No one knows this brother's position. You can stick him anywhere at this point as an experiment, and the fact that Nagelsmann has somehow found a way to put him at left back is... I don't know what to say. So, look, respectfully, Arsenal, once again, you've been conned and you've been scammed. And thanks for the 65 million. that's just the reality. And I think even Arsenal fans know it now. They know it. Even they're looking at this and going, you know what? Everyone in that Arsenal team is actually playing well, except Kai Havertz. And then they will try and find every single little inkling. Oh, no. But he made a great pass today. He made a great pass, guys. What a pass. So therefore, he had a good game. You know, that is... They're nitpicking in the same way we were trying to nitpick. We were trying to go... Look, he had a good chance in the air and he almost hit the post, you know, when he was playing up front. Maybe we got to stick him up front and wait for something to happen. Come on, we were all doing it. So I'm genuinely concerned about Kai Havertz and where he's going to end up. I genuinely don't know what his position is. I don't know what anyone's planning to do with him. I don't think he's a left back. I think this is going to go horribly wrong. So, I mean, look, Germany lost the 2 games he played at left back. Now, I'm not just pinning the game on him. Obviously, Germany are a mess right now. But sticking him at left back is suicide for him and for the team. So... let me know. Would you play Kai Havertz at left back? Do you think it's a good idea? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know. Because I'm genuinely confused on this one. Now, last night, there was a big football match that took place. And my goodness, it wasn't just big on the pitch. It was big off the pitch. I couldn't believe my eyes. But we're going to go through it now. This is what happened last night between Brazil and Argentina. Brazilian police and Argentine fans clash at the Maracana. Absolutely outrageous scenes going on. Look at this. The police literally destroying these Argentine fans. Obviously, we got blood there. I mean, Messi is onlooking. I mean, even Emi Martinez tried to get involved at one point to stop the police from hitting the supporters. Now, there's many... Look, this is absolutely incredible. It's absolutely insane. There's scenes as to why apparently this ended up happening. But you got to hear 2 sides to the story. But I don't know. I'm hearing Argentines literally going, look, they just battered the hell out of us. right? And it looks like that, right? And there's some Brazilians saying that no, there was altercations with some Argentinian fans in the first instance that led to the police coming over and taking that action. So we don't know, but I have to say, for a football match of this magnitude, for police to get that excessive is pretty incredible and pretty outrageous. It doesn't need to be like that, you know. So absolutely incredible. The game apparently was postponed for a little bit before it resumed, and Argentina ended up winning 1-0 at the Maracana in order to bring Brazil's third defeat in an official game ever at the Maracana. I mean, incredible stat. This is their third defeat at the Maracana in an official game. And yeah, after those scenes, I bet the Argentines are not just happy, but they're thriving because they looked at what happened to their supporters and they still got the result. So fair play. Brazil are looking a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest. You look at their team on paper, it doesn't feel like Brazil. It doesn't look like Brazil. You know, Brazil, you look at Brazil on paper and you go, bloody hell, this is Brazil. You know, you don't get that same vibe when you look at their players on paper and you look at the way that they're playing. It's just a bit of a mess. So, yeah, Brazil-Argentina last night, absolute fireworks. Does not need to be like this. Does not need to be like this in terms of the fans and the police, and incredible. People, I think, need to calm down. Football's football, we're all emotional, but there's no need to take it to that level. And the police should be doing better as well, you know? So, yeah, we'll see how it's all going to go. Brazil are not in a good position in terms of their World Cup group. Argentina are flying at the top and they will definitely qualify. Brazil will still qualify because the way that qualification works in South America is that it's a league table and the top 6 all go to the World Cup. And Brazil, I think, are 6th at the moment. They can't not qualify. They just can't, unless if it goes horrifically wrong and they just keep losing games, which I don't think is going to happen. They will pick up some results and therefore they will qualify. But Brazil are looking very underwhelming. So let me know your thoughts on Argentina, on Brazil. Thank goodness Enzo Fernandez came through that game injury-free because at one point it was looking like everyone's going to get killed. So look, I'm glad Enzo's okay as a Chelsea fan, and I'm glad everyone else is okay. And I hope the fans that were in attendance are not too hurt and, you know, things are okay in the end. Hopefully so. Now, before we wrap up, a couple of things. Tottenham and Everton. Tottenham are unhappy with Everton's absurd claim that their £60 million Richarlison deal caused them to breach Premier League spending rules. The Toffees had hope Spurs might waive £10 million of the fee for Dele Alli, but that is now in jeopardy. Respectfully, I actually don't understand this one. This doesn't make any sense to me. Tottenham bought Richarlison for that much money, and yet Everton are deeming that this somehow caused them to breach Premier League rule. You got 60 million, and now they're trying to waive 10 million off the whole Dele Alli fee. It doesn't make sense. Everton, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but it doesn't make sense. Let me just put this into perspective. You got 60 million for Richarlison, who's gone to Spurs and flopped. You should be happy. You're in the same boat as us. We got 65 million for Kai Havertz. Look how that's going. Well done, Arsenal. We got 60 million for Mason Mount. Well done, Man United. Look how that's going. You know, we're happy. You should be happy. You took 60 million for Richarlison. So I don't understand why Everton have made a claim that the £60 million Richarlison deal caused them to breach Premier League rules. How? You got money. You know, I don't understand. And remember, the initial breach that Everton have is that they've overspent by 24 million or so, around there. We'll call it 25, just to round it up or round it down. But around there. So you should be thankful you picked up 60, because for a player like that, you should be picking up about 30 or 40, right? So you'd be even more in the red. So I don't understand. Now, unless if they feel that because of this claim now that they don't think Tottenham are going to waive a little bit off getting Dele Alli on a permanent, then you really shouldn't be putting all your eggs in one basket like that, because let's be honest, Dele Alli he's not even playing, you know. And if you're asking Tottenham to waive and just bring down the fee, it's not up to you, it's up to them. You can't dictate that. you can maybe recommend it, but you can't force them to waive 10 million. They can name their price. So Everton, a little bit weird here, a little bit inconsistent, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts down below. Talking about Manchester United initially, this is what they plan to do. Manchester United are gearing up for another squad clear-out across the 2 transfer windows in 2024. More than 10 players could leave the club, and respectfully, these 3 gentlemen will definitely be leaving, I should hope. And look, we know Sancho's going. Martial will definitely leave. I think they'll actually pocket good money for Martial, if I'm being honest. But Anthony, that's the one that I'm looking for. I'm curious to see how much am Man United going to get for Anthony, because respectfully, they paid what, 85 million or something for Anthony? I don't even think they're going to get half of that back. So I'm actually curious to see where that is all going. How much they're going to pocket for Anthony. Name me your prices in the comment section below and where you think he's going to end up, or how much specifically he's going to leave Man United for if they can get a deal with another team elsewhere. Let me know. I'm curious. Like I've said, if I'm going to name my price, I reckon Man United will have to do a deal of around 25, 30 million. He's just been so bad. So let me know. Now, to wrap up, big news coming out of Real Madrid and Brighton. You're probably hearing that and thinking, what? Well, I think you can make the link. Let's get into it. Roberto De Zerbi has been approached to potentially take over as Real Madrid manager. Carlo Ancelotti's contract runs out this summer. This is from Sport in Spain. Big page. And look, I don't think they can do much wrong. In trying to get a deal done with Carlo Ancelotti, if that doesn't work out, De Zerbi could be the right guy to turn to. There were links that they might go for Xabi Alonso. To be fair, that's another good one. It's a good shortlist. If you gave me a shortlist, right? Ancelotti, De Zerbi, Xabi Alonso, I'd be looking at that and going, anyone that actually comes, probably going to do a good job. So the only thing with De Zerbi is having to manage a team that is able to compete on all those fronts at the same time, unlike Brighton, could be something new for him. That's the only thing. Xabi Alonso, a bit more seasoned in that, both as a player and as a manager, even though he's young as a manager. But overall, you look at what they're capable of, De Zerbi as a coach and what he can do. In fact, you could actually flip it and go, if you give him Real Madrid, maybe he will explode. He's got all the tools and resources that he absolutely needs to succeed. It's all on the table. Maybe he does really, really well. So Ancelotti, De Zerbi, Xabi Alonso, pick your character, and they'll probably do a good job. So let me know what you think. De Zerbi to Real Madrid, do you think that's a big potential replacement for Carlo Ancelotti? Do you think that will happen? Let me know down below, much appreciated. And I will see all of you later on for video number 2. So thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And let me know all of your comments down in the comment section below. Check out the socials. They are on screen and all in the description for you. So make sure you're checking those out. Much appreciated. And give us the follow. And I will see all of you later on tonight. Video number 2. Be there. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care and peace.